Hey everyone, it's Dave. I'm here with my 2012 Kia Sorento, and today I'm going to change the backup camera. The backup camera on this car still does work, but the picture has gone really fuzzy. It's not very clear. So I've bought a new camera off Amazon. I'll throw the link in the description below, and I'll show you how to get it installed. You're watching Dave's Auto DIY. So the backup camera does work, but the picture is all fuzzy. It's definitely not in focus. We'll try to replace it and see if we can get a better picture. So to get access to the camera, we have to remove the inner panel. And there are a bunch of screws, bunch of Phillips head screws, 1, 2, 3. There's a couple more up here to take out, and I think we'll have to take the handle off as well. There's probably some screws underneath these caps. Just pry that caps off with a screwdriver, and that will expose, looks like a nut, probably a 10 millimeter. The 10 millimeter bolt in there. When in doubt, guess 10 millimeters. It's usually 10 millimeters. All right, handle is off. And there are two little cap screw things here. You take out, you unloosen up the middle piece of these plastic screws, and we should be able to pull these panel plugs out. Just like that. I think that's everything. See if we can get this thing off. So I gave it a good tug down from the back to pull it off some clips that are inside. Once enough of the clips were free, I could pull it back from the molding around the glass window. There we go. Now that it's off, you can see what was holding it on. There's all these little plastic white clips that had to be pulled off from the trunk, and you can see that there's the 1, 2, 3 screws that were holding it on. Now the camera, to get the camera off, we have to get this chrome piece off, and you get this chrome piece off from the inside. Looks like there's 4 nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4 holding it on, and 2, I think just 2 of these little white plastic clips again that we'll need to pull off to get that piece off. This last one, the second one from the right of the vehicle, is tricky to access. I couldn't get it with my socket, so I just used a regular 10 millimeter wrench and was able to get that off. I tried with a pair of pliers to squeeze those plastic panel plugs and push it back through to get the chrome piece off, but was unsuccessful. So I ended up just pulling the chrome piece off from the outside, and in doing so snapped those plastic plugs. But I'm not worried, because when we put it back on, there's 4 bolts holding it on, which should be plenty. Here is the yellow plug for the backup light, and the backup light is right here with this rusted bracket. So try to get that bracket off, those 2 small Phillips head screws, and take out the bracket. Sorry, I didn't get any good shots of removing the old plug, but you have to pull up on this little clip on the side of the black part, and I could slide it off to the right and then pull the yellow plug off its base, where it's clipped onto a base with this little clip on the bottom. Pull that off to the left. I slip the new camera back into the hole, and I will reattach it with those 2 torque screws. Then I will slide the yellow connector onto the foot where it clips into place. And then I will try to get the other end to clip in. That should do it. Now let's test it out. Well, that's still pretty blurry. That's pretty disappointing. I'm not sure anything was wrong with the camera. Maybe the screen in this car is just pretty low resolution and that's all you get. But that's not much different than the camera I removed. Now with those plastic clips broken, it wouldn't hold on tightly for me to open the trunk and get in and put those 10mm nuts back on. So I just taped it in place to give me a chance to get those 10mm reattached. Yeah, I got those 4 nuts back on there. Those clips are broken, but that's not going anywhere with those 4 nuts. So then I slid the cover panel back on. You kind of slide it onto the trim pieces that are up around the glass first, kind of press it into position, reattach those 3 screws, reattach those 2 panel plugs, and reattach the handle. Well, that's pretty disappointing. I replaced the camera. I can't really see any difference. It looks about the same. It makes me think that it's just the head unit that has really poor resolution. There are 2 problems with this head unit. So in a future episode, I will be replacing the head unit with a CarPlay deck. Let's see if that helps with the backup camera. But it worked, but it's no better than the one that was in there. So I hope you learned something. I hope you hit subscribe, and I hope to see you next time on Dave's Auto DIY.